Alright, if you're like me, sometimes you don't want some super sweaty PvP experience. You just want chaos. You want waves. You want ridiculous builds. You want that, oh no, we're about to be wiped energy. So today I'm ranking the top 10 Horde shooters that are actually fun right now, whether you're playing solo or with friends. And no, this isn't just nostalgia bait. These are the games that still feel good to play. At least they are, in my opinion. I absolutely love these games. So let's actually get right into it. Number 10, Killing Floor 2 or 3 if you want future hype. Now, if you want pure wave survival chaos, Killing Floor is still one of the cleanest formulas. I mean, let me tell you folks, it has class-based perks, slow mode Z time, simple but satisfying loop, and it's not super deep strategically, but the gunplay carries it. If you guys actually want a product that it's all comes in, it's all packaged very well, I would recommend actually getting Killing Floor 2. Now, if you actually want something that's a little bit more modernized, that's actually a little bit like, you know, still in development, still working on its, you know, on its kinks and everything, get Killing Floor 3. I actually love both these games. Personally, I do like Killing Floor 3 with its build variety, but Killing Floor 2's gunplay and gameplay is actually a little bit better, but the build variety is just awful. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, literally you level up every 5 levels, and then you either pick one skill or the other skill. But Killing Floor 3 is honestly really great. I mean, there's a lot more build varieties, and now the classes are now not tied to the characters, so meaning you can be a character and you can be a ninja class with the character. I don't know why they did that in the first place, but it doesn't matter. I also made a review on it, so make sure you guys go check that out. Let's actually go and talk about the next game now. World War Z. This one is underrated. The zombie swarms literally climb over each other like ants. It's less about builds and more about positioning and crowd control. So if you like those cinematic chaos, this really does hit well. To me personally, like, this is a very great game, like visually, because you're seeing literally hordes and hordes of enemies coming after you. So for me, this is actually really good. I mean, visually, and actually you really do feel like you are being swarmed. So this, in my opinion, this is just all good fun and really a fun game to play. Next one coming up is Deep Rock Galactic. Rockin' Stone, baby. This game mastered class synergy, like amazing maps, which is amazing objectives. The extraction has a lot of tension to it. It's not just shooting. It's honestly a lot of teamwork being involved into it. I like how all the classes really help out each other. Like, for an example, the engineer makes platforms, and the scout is actually able to actually go up there and collect minerals, but the only way for him to collect minerals is if there's a platform underneath him. So those two classes really synergize very well. That's just one good example. Personally, I think this game is really great, and especially like a new season just released too. So it's like, this game is really good, and you get everything for such a cheap price too, because it's like only $30. You could obviously wait for a sale if you're really on a budget. It's just that games nowadays are like, this is completely like off topic thing, but games nowadays are like so freaking expensive now. Like, they're $80, while you have games like Deep Rock Galactic that's just only charging for 30 bucks. Warhammer 40k Darktide. Darktide has one of the best melee plus range combat feels in the genre. When the Horde music kicks in, it's a different level. It had a rough start, but mechanically it's elite. I love the classes in this game too. This game is also really great, and I love that they made the builds way better now. When the game first launched, it was taking a lot of inspiration from Warhammer Vermintide 2, which I get it, it's the same creators from, you know, the people that made Warhammer Vermintide 2, but this one actually decided to branch off and actually do something completely different, which is really cool, because now their skills are so freaking amazing now. They're way more in depth now, and then like I said, the classes now are super fun. There's so many ways to play the class now, and there's actually 2 DLC classes that actually came out that are really fun. I recommend them. They're honestly really great. I think it's something that also reminds me of like Left 4 Dead 2. So if you want like more of a Left 4 Dead 2 experience, but you also want to make it like it's kind of changed a little bit, it's kind of different, this game is really for you. Like, I absolutely love it, and there's more updates coming along the way that's really going to be changing up this game even more. So honestly, try to get this game. It's really fun. Payday 3. Now, yes, hold on, folks. Hold on, guys. I know everybody is already trying to say that this game is bad. It shouldn't even be on the list. And yes, I know it's controversial. But when Loud Heist goes wrong and the cops flood in, it becomes a straight up horde survival game. Skill builds are actually matter here. So let me tell you something here, folks. Now, I know there's a lot of hate for Payday 3, and you know, if you don't like it, you can also go to Payday 2. Here's the thing though, and I gotta really say this right now. Payday 3, in my opinion, is overly hated. I think this game is really fun. I actually really enjoy it. There is a lot of missions out there, and not only that, the devs have been very open and actually talk about what is going on with them, that they are working for a peer-to-peer. There's a lot of things that they're trying to do to make the game even better. Some people would say, dude, it's too late, bro. Drop the game entirely. But let me tell you, folks, I think personally when Payday 2 first launched, Payday 2 was actually not in a very good place either. There's a lot of people that didn't like it at first until the game started to get better. I actually respect the company because they're still with it. They're still trying to stick with it. They're not giving up on it, and they're just trying to make the game as the best that they possibly can do. Like, I actually really like the game personally. For me, I think it's fun. I like how they changed the whole new skills now. It's the same way like Darktide. They actually changed the skills and actually made it even better, in my opinion. They actually made it in a way where there is much more build variety compared to the last one. Now, there are some things that I do want to mention though, because yes, they made the skills better. I also wish they added some of those skills from the previous skill tree and made it into this one, because there was some skills that I actually did like in the previous skill tree that I felt like could have been transferred over to this one. Helldivers 2. Folks, if you guys legitimately have not got this game, it's pure chaos. Stratagems dropping in, friendly fire disasters, and insane enemy pressure. Look, let me tell you guys, okay? Let me tell you, we made some streams with this game. We made some videos with Helldivers 2. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this game is freaking amazing. What are you guys doing? Get into this game before it's too late, before the hype goes away. This is honestly the best horde shooter I've ever played. I mean, I know they went through a lot of situations there back in the day with the PlayStation, you know, doing some weird, crazy things. I don't know what they were doing. But honestly, Helldivers 2 is still standing tall. It's still a great game, and not only that, they added, like, you know, new enemy factions, which is I forgot what they're called, the alien ones, the one that's shown on screen, those guys. Now, number 4 is actually going to be coming up a very interesting way. It's Arc Raiders, and I know Arc Raiders is more of an extraction one, but given that the context, what the devs and the CEO have been talking about, what they have been saying, I know it's controversial for me to put it on this list because it seems like the devs really are trying to make it much more PvE based than PvP. As you guys can see, there is some quotes that I'm being showing on the screen that they're really are saying that, you know, this is more than a PvP game. So in my opinion, like how I'm interpreting it is that this game was, you know, made to be PvE. And I mean, originally it was supposed to be a fully on a PvE game. I'm gonna include it here. I'm a little hesitant to include it here though. This is one more of an extraction base, but there are PvE robots swarm, which mixed with the PvP tension, which does make it intense. If it fully leans into those PvE events, it could climb higher. But as of right now, I'm just gonna include it though because it's still an experience that I think people should go and enjoy. Left 4 Dead 2. It's classic for a reason. The pacing, the AI director, the simplicity, still one of the cleanest horde formulas ever made. Honestly, I don't really want to talk so much about this one because it's Left 4 Dead 2, guys. So let's just move on to the next one. Warhammer 40k Vermintide 2. So unlike Darktide, this is Warhammer Vermintide 2. This one is all purely just melee, and there are some things that I absolutely really love, which is basically the Chaos Waste. So if you guys have not got into this game, get into the game. It's really fun. This one is really, you know, reminding me a lot from Left 4 Dead 2, except for if it was medieval days. Honestly, this game, it brings a lot of joy with me, and there are some classes that you guys can buy, and you can actually experience those classes. I think this game is really fun. I think the one thing that I would say though, for criticism wise, is those skills, those build variety. I wish it was a little bit better than those, you know, you just pick between, you know, 3 skills. I wish it was actually a little bit more. But anyways, though, let's head down to the number 1. Number 1, in my opinion, is gotta be Payday 2. Regardless if this game is aging and people were saying, dude, man, are you really gonna make Payday 2 the number 1 top pick? Man, it's so old, bro. Dude, this game, I'm gonna say this right now, games don't age to me. Payday 2 is still top tier, one of the best games, one of the best horde shooters I have ever played, and something that I absolutely really enjoy. So if you guys have not tried Payday 2, go try it. It's honestly a really great game. For me, it has those skill variety. There's a lot of missions. There's a lot of weapons you can do, and especially now that there's actually like devs working on Payday 2 that's actually updating the game, fixing those quality of life issues. I think that's absolutely amazing. It's actually so surprising that they still are getting that support. There is also mods. Obviously you can do mods with everything, but the mods really help out as well. I also want to mention now some other games too, but we won't talk so much about into them. We're just only going to be just showing the Payday 2 gameplay right now. So let's actually talk about it. I think Back 4 Blood is also really great. I think Back 4 Blood is a great game for people to try out too. It does the card system, so there's a lot of build variety with that one, and there's classes with that. So Back 4 Blood is also pretty fun. Another game that I actually do recommend too, which isn't really a horde shooter either, but it is something that to mention, which is basically Risk of Rain 2. This is also a very great game in my opinion. Something that you guys should try. It's actually under the roguelike, I believe, or roguelite. I'm not too sure. It's either roguelike or rogue. I get those two mixed up all the time, so forgive me on that. Another game that I think would be kind of fun if you guys really want to try it out would be Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, or pretty much any of the Borderlands really. Those Borderlands, I love those RPG elements and stuff, but obviously they're not necessarily fully on horde shooters, but I thought about mentioning that because those games are really fun as well. Anyways, folks, it's the best gamer of all time. Signing off.
Everybody put their hands up, 'cause we money making.